India's construction equipment industry has been growing rapidly from the last 10 years, and the future for the industry is also bright. We have Mr. Rajeev Shalia, who is the President R&D, Product Design and Development, Schwing Stetter. Thank you for joining us, sir, here. I want to know how the industry is evolving right now. What is the future like, according to you as an industry expert and also for Schwing Stetter India?
Okay. So if you see, construction equipment is becoming more mature day by day, and it is evolving in a right direction. So if you talk about few years back, the product which was produced in India was one step below or two steps below than the developed country products in terms of quality, in terms of technology, in terms of a performance and the reliability of the product. Now, because a lot of new technologies are coming in design, in manufacturing, so these quality of product and the featuring and the specifications are becoming more matured. If you talk the product what we are offering in India, most of the product which are wheeled product which moves on the wheel, they are at par with the Europe. Europe is having a Euro 5, India is having PS5 or CEV 5.
Yeah.
And if you talk about neighboring countries, developed, so-called developed or developing countries, they are not reached to even that level. They are one step below, I mean, they are Euro 4 or Euro 3 level. So in terms of a product offering, we are at par with European standard or a US standard. And in terms of quality and specification also, we are at par with them. So that is a kind of thing. Now, when it comes to the feature part of it, I think what Indian customer wants is a very basic kind of a product where a developed country want a fully loaded feature product. So there the difference comes. But what we are seeing in recent past is the new generation customers who are coming from second generation or third generation, they are looking for a product which is fully loaded and fully featured, so which can give better comfort, better efficiency and the performance and reliability of the product. So this is a kind of a transformation we are seeing, and the way it is progressing, I'm sure very soon will become at par with any developed country product.
Right. Since when we have been seeing these changes? Is it right to say that these changes have been observed post-COVID?
It is more of a post-COVID era, and it started with the BS4. Immediately after COVID, it started with BS4, and immediately, like this year, it came to a Euro 4 or BS4. So our industry is also becoming more aggressive and upfront. They are approaching government, so bring our product at par with that. So that is, I think, happening more of a post-COVID scenario.
Right. We have been observing that in passenger vehicles and two-wheelers, there are innovations happening. ADAS is being added. But I think construction equipment is also not left behind. Could you touch on the points such as AI and what new features does the new generation want?
Right. So basically two aspects what customer people are expecting. One is the total cost of the product. That means the cost what they buy the product, their operating cost, and when they sell it or dispose it of, what is the value they are getting. So they are not focusing on the capital investment or the first time buying the price. They also look for a operating cost and also when we dispose of the product. So what is important is one is the product cost and the operating cost, how to minimize that. So what we are focusing is how to reduce the operating cost. So there are different ways. One is making more fuel efficient through developing a new technology or hydraulic or engine. Second is offering alternate options like CNG or hybrid or electrical vehicle. So you can see in recent exhibitions, a lot of companies are coming forward and offering the product. So same, our Schwing Stetter is also started offering the electrical and hybrid products. We are soon we are going to launch a hybrid product. And when we approach to the customer, even there is a marginal increase in the cost, they are willing to buy because the newer generation, the younger generation, they understand the economy of that. Because the previous generation was more focusing on the product cost. But now the younger generation, they are more knowledgeable, they understand the economy of the scale. And so they are willing to pay extra, but overall cost when they see as a business level, they find advantage and they are willing to pay for that. So that kind of a transformation we are clearly seeing. So very soon we are coming with the product with CNG and also some electrification, which I think you can see very soon, maybe December this year in XCon.
That's a great news, sir. Just want to know, there is demand from the new generation, but do you think that there is enough infrastructure in India to actually provide for that demand, such as charging infra, and even for CNG? Do you think that there is enough
No,
infrastructure?
see, if you're right, if you see pan-India level, that challenge is there. Like if you're talking about CNG, it is mainly dominated by northern and the western area. Southern and eastern part, the infrastructure is not so strong.
Yeah.
If you're talking about electrification, what we are seeing, especially in concrete equipment or construction equipment, majority of the big sites, they are having that kind of infrastructure in terms of electrification. They are having electric source available because India is a surplus now power country. So there is enough energy available. So we can see clearly a telltale sign of a product getting transferred into a electrification. It is similar like EV when it was launched in cars or commercial automotive. People said it will not take off. Now you see the way it is increasing in India, and of course developed country it is almost 30 to 40%. It is already EV conversion. So same kind of pattern we are seeing. So we are preparing ourselves for the future.
Yeah.
That is one part. Second is we are working very aggressively on artificial intelligence because we see lot of value addition with the limited cost, and you have to make your product much smarter than the traditional product. We recently tested one product, and we can easily see the ROI of that product is only 2 months. Whatever extra cost we are paying, within 2 months you can recover the cost.
Okay.
And people are willing to buy. Okay, we are going to launch by maybe end of this year because testing is going on. So that kind of a understanding is already built because of social media. People are having access to the information. They can understand the overall business proposition, and they are willing to invest. So we can see clearly, these areas. People are definitely going to enter, and of course government of India is also investing a lot of money and the infrastructure for the charging station, and what it was 2 years back and now you can see clearly a change. So I am sure going forward in next 2 or 3 years the infrastructure will be much larger than what we are having today.
Right.
And government is also incentivizing to encourage to bring a lot of products. So I
Right.
think these are the traction points which are coming up for encouraging us to also enter in that zone.
Right. My last question would be, the new generation, do you think that they want to work for construction equipment companies? We are aware that there is a notion that it's not that of a fancy industry, but do you think that they are they would want to work? Do you think that they are you will see more new people in this industry, and what kind of skills do you expect them to harness?
Correct. See, there are different aspects of construction equipment. One is the technology development, which is R&D and technology. Second is manufacturing, and third is the sales and support system. Now, what is happening is, in terms, if you're talking about technology part, people definitely are willing to come.
And as operators of the machines?
Correct. So that is one part. When you talk about the manufacturing, they expect more automation in terms of manufacturing, so that they want to work more on futuristic activity rather than laying their hands with the grease and oil. So
Yeah.
that is what is their thought process. And third part is sales and after sales. So the situation maybe in construction equipment in terms of manufacturing, yes, the automation level is not so high. But when we are talking about the R&D part, definitely. In fact, we are a member of IIT Madras, and now and regional engineering college, which are the premium colleges, we are hiring people from them, and they are staying with us, and they are very happy, to see, because they want environment which can give them a lot of freedom and give them exposure to new technology. That is what they are looking for. But when it comes to the production, yes, I mean to say there is a challenge, especially when you go for welding area where the environment is not so conducive. So that challenge is there, definitely, but not on the technology side. So definitely there is some pocket where there is a challenge. Some pocket there is absolutely no challenge.
Right, understood. Thank you.
But what I tell you, that my view is that younger generation is very updated. They're very smart. So when they join the industry, they come with the full knowledge.
Right.
They understand what are the pluses, minuses, and they want to experiment new things.
Right.
That is what is their idea, I think. So that is what is my view on the overall situation.
Thank you for making us understand the whole economy of construction equipment and all the trends going on in the industry, be it electrification, CNG, and touching on the skill part. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.